America, this is Psychic Tracy Brown coming to you on, oh, today's the 24th, I'm not really sure. I think it's the 24th, I think tomorrow's the 25th. For more psychic news. However, I'm changing my name to Tracy Brown, the Pop Culture Psychic. Because I am New Age, I am participating in all the hot topics, and I don't want to be just a psychic. I want to have fun with psychic energy. And so someone said to me, they're like, you're not just a psychic, you're like a pop culture psychic. And I was like, bingo, I'm going to take that. So that's my name, Tracy Brown, the Pop Culture Psychic. So with that being said, you all know, I always put in the writing where I work. I work in California, I work in North Hollywood, I work out of this store called the Green Man Store. But I'm starting to post it in front of the video, my telephone number and the store. So you can reach me at thegreenmanstore.com. I do phone and walk-ins, and this is the number, 818-985-2010. So I'm not just a pop culture psychic doing celebrity psychic information. I want to do psychic readings for you too. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to do like a year in review of all the things that I have said that has come out freaking true. And I'm not shocked, trust me. I'm not the one that's shocked. I know what I do. I feel like I'm in my A game. But I'm going to do a year in review for you so that you know what I do. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the Blade Runner. Is he called the Blade Runner? I don't know. I have him on my internet over here. Is he called the Blade Runner? There used to be a movie called The Blade Runner. In any case, we're going to talk about Oscar Pistorius. Oscar Pistorius. I'm looking at it right now. This is the guy that for the Olympics, and I watched the Olympics this year with a friend of mine, and was very impressed with someone who was a double amputee and had special apparatus to help him to run. I thought that was an amazing thing, and it said so much for our disabled Americans or disabled people across the world that nothing can stop you. Guess what? You too can be in the Olympics. You know? Weren't you proud of him? Cut to, just a few weeks ago, where he is being charged with murder. What a disappointment. So disappointing. Oscar, so disappointing. The story that's coming out is that he felt like someone was intruding in his home, in the bathroom, whatever. I don't know how he's going to get away with this story, but I can tell you he has an extremely powerful legal team. There are just people that are just going to be there for him and jump on board and try to prove their case with him because of his status. There is also enough money around him to provide a legal team to try and help him to get off. So we're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to look at the fact of his story, psychically, how truthful is his story, that he felt like somebody intruded in his home, and maybe what really happened. I'm not going to look into REEVA's energy right now, but if you want to come through REEVA, you're more than welcome to come through. What I am getting in her death, by the way, people, is that she's completely shocked. Just shocked that she's dead. I do feel like that they were having problems early on in the relationship. Never. I don't feel like she ever thought that her life would be in jeopardy. I'm getting that her spirit is in shock. And I have to tell you, from what I'm getting, still kind of in shock. So my prayer is that we can all pray for her spirit to go find the light so that she can rest, you know, and go with God, go with Jesus. Go find your way. But I'm getting that she's completely shocked. So the first thing we're going to look at is Oscar's story. Oscar... How truthful has Oscar been? Is Oscar's story truthful? Is he telling the truth? Is he telling the truth? Oscar, what's going on with you? All right, I'm going to pull the cards. Let's see what the cards say. I'm going to learn to read faster. I'm going to try. You know REEVA is a sweetheart-looking woman. Really, I really do believe that. I believe she said some things to him that night that really, really pissed him off. I'm not making her the bad guy. I'm saying that there was an argument and she said something that night that really, really pissed her off. I believe that drugs or alcohol was involved. I'm really surprised. I haven't been able to investigate any of the stories, but I would really, really be surprised if he was not drunk at the time. Not a little bit of cocaine in his system. Something about drugs and alcohol, not just one thing. I'm also getting that he was sexually tied to her. He was sexually tied to her. Somewhere in his spirit, from way back, I don't know when they met. I think they met back in September, October. And from his first experience with her, when he made love with her, unfortunately, it's a word, he had always vowed from that point that he would never be without her. I don't think he understood that it also meant killing her. I just meant that he felt like he would never be able to not have her in his life. REEVA was not happy. She must have friends out there where people know some part of her story. There was something about her kind of saying to people, something's not right with this guy. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay in this. I feel like I love him. I feel like I'm in love with him. I feel like I love him. But something's not right. And so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to stay in this relationship. I don't think she was happy. I do get the sense that she was going to move or move away. Move or move away. And I do believe that it was going to be temporary for him. That's the way she put it out there. It's temporary. But it actually was going to wind up being permanent. Oscar had feared that this was going to be permanent. I do feel like that there was some contemplation about what happened that night inside his head, that it was planned. I do get that this was not spontaneous, that they had an argument, blah, 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 blah. I'm surprised that he chose Valentine's Day. But I even think Valentine's Day was significant for Oscar. There's something about Oscar that, oh, maybe it was just significant because it was easier to plan. That's it. It was easier to plan. I feel like he's been trying to get her, trying to get her to come over. I feel like he was purposely setting her up, purposely being kind to her, not showing her any reason to be fearful or not showing her any reason why she should not come over or cancel her plans. He definitely set this scenario up. This was not an accident. So the way he told his story, that he felt like there was an intruder, by the way, he didn't even think that far. It wasn't until after the incident occurred that I feel like that he got advised to say that it was an intruder. Not that he set it up at all and calculated this whole thing. What he calculated was in his head saying, I can never be without her. So, I do feel like the murder was inevitable. I do feel like REEVA had some feelings about not being in a relationship any longer. She never saw her demise, ever. It never came out that way. She was so kind to him and so generous with him and took care of him physically. I believe that there were times when his legs would hurt and she would rub the legs as if they were regular limbs. She was so kind to him. I know I'm making her look better than he is, but you know what? Oscar, you are being charged with murder. She can't defend herself. I don't know why money's an issue. Oh, money's an issue here. Money's an issue. Money's an issue. I don't know if she was going home. I don't know if she's from Africa, or if she was going home, or she was going to relocate to where the reality show was being taken place. Because I feel like it was either going to get picked up or they had plans on picking it up, something like that. And it was going to be much better if she definitively put up residence in that particular country. She was destined, all right, I know it's after the fact, but she was destined to be a star, I promise you. He would have been left in a wind. So many other more handsome men would have come to her, I promise you. I'm getting that she would have been much loved and another man would have come along, which is something that this guy could not have taken. Is he a little guy? Is he much littler than her? Much littler? Because I feel like he has a little man syndrome. I feel like, position of advantage, walking away. I feel like there was a female friend that was trying to tell her, get out while you can. Again, no one saw this coming. It was just one of those situations where a friend goes, are you kidding me? Just go. What are you sticking around for? You're so much better than this. I do feel like that there's been some conversations where Oscar felt hurt, where he felt hurt, or his emotions felt hurt, or she said something that hurt him, whatever. I think it got a little confusing as to whether or not she had continued to love him, and he couldn't pin her down to, like, stating his case, I love you. Like, I felt like she had rescinded saying that. She had rescinded saying how much she adored this guy. I don't think she was adoring him anymore. I do believe that she loved love, and that actually became her problem, because there was a girl telling her to let him go, and her spirit was saying, just go, just leave. But she believed in the power of love, and was not ready to give him up. There were tears, past tears with her. I feel like there was another breakup prior to this murder. There was a breakup. This was not an easygoing relationship. This wasn't a relationship that was like, oh my God, all of a sudden she's dead. It had more to do with a buildup. She should have left. Oh my God. Concerning Oscar's legal team, they expect victory. They truly expect victory. They're going to put REEVA through the coals. They're going to show her to be, lucky for her, she has the reality show, which actually proved and showed that she was a very kind, very sweet person. And that actually is going to work to her advantage. Without it, they would have much more to say negatively, although they're going to bring some negative stuff about her anyway. Does he go to jail? He's crazy, by the way. He's crazy. It would be very interesting for the other team to show that he has some psychological damage, because he's not okay. He could have been diagnosed with something already early on, just around the time that he lost his... No, he lost it at 11 months. I've been getting at just around 11 or 12, he did some weird stuff. He might have been diagnosed already, because I'm getting he might be a little crazy. breaks on the judge. People are going to be happy. I do believe that he does go to jail, but I just don't think the outcome will come out much more than, I think the outcome comes out in summertime. This is a case. I don't know why they're dragging it out, but it's a case that gets dragged out. Does he go to jail? I'm going to pull 6 cards, but now he goes to jail. 6, 7, 8. I said 6 cards, I pulled 10. Does he go to jail? Does Oscar go to jail? His legal team he has a massive legal team. That's the judge. Oscar go to jail. I'm not really showing that he goes to jail. Yeah, he does. Unless something remarkably crazy happens, I'm not showing 100%. He does go away. He does. He does go away, and I don't get right now that he has regrets, but in the months coming, just prior to being sentenced, is when he gets how stupid it was for him to go through with killing this woman. And I do feel like it was premeditated. It's what I'm getting. All right, guys, I gotta stop doing all these like bad ones. This is about Oscar Pistorius. What happened that night? He definitely lied. There was no intruder. He had planned this. There is a sense that she was contemplating leaving him. There is a sense that in the weeks coming, he showed her nothing but kindness and sweetness because he wanted to make sure that she was there for Valentine's Day. It was the one day that he could get her there. He was going to take her down regardless. It was either going to be in private like this, or it was going to wind up being a public display. I'm getting that